Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. And we have a couple of fine gentlemen here on the couch. We have Cody Pope and Byron G. How are you guys?
Hey, doing great. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and you guys are going to perform, and this is very cool. Have you ever performed sitting on a couch before?
Honestly, I think this is a first for us.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. But
first time here, first time performing on a couch.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. Should I? All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
we're ready.
All right. Here we go.
The song title is called Kintsugi, off of our debut album together, Meet Me in Gate City. That is Cody Pope, and I am Byron G.
I turned 30 and felt I had a crack or two. People love to just sit back and laugh at you. Miraculously think that life is just gonna turn around. Same people always telling you to turn your frown. Turn it down, music loud, what neighbors? I do this for real ones and all my true players. Not no simp, thinking you flipping up quick. More like flipping bricks or cooking it like Bisquick. Shh, I had needles in my arm, money in the safe. Felt the treason from my dogs, looking funny in their face. Almost sat down for a couple for defending the turf. This planet truly hates me, I'm no friend of the earth. Trailblazing, I don't need to ride a coattail. Things I've survived are the same things that most fail. Tried to ride the waves but couldn't fix a boat sail. While y'all listen to Hope's fall, I was watching Hope fail. Broken pottery, mended with the gold dust. Never ashamed to make repairs to the old us. Cracks in our armor only show we have history. If you don't get it, it don't mean it's a diss to me. Broken pottery, mended with the gold dust. Never ashamed to make repairs to the old us. Cracks in our armor only show we have history. If you don't get it,
it don't mean it's a diss to me.
You might catch me prowling down Vine Street, or at the crib, howling at my dime piece. Might see me at the record store chilling with my niece. Every song is a capture like it's my diary. Diarrhea of the mouth, things I spit specific. They know I'm gifted like I float across the Pacific. You miss every shot that you don't take. Shoot so much you might meet me at my own wake. Wait. CP and BG like a soda in a three-piece. Like Jordan with the 3P. CD stuck on repeat. We like the hot boys, Turk, Juvie, and BG, man. We fresh as Manny when he making beats for Wheezy. Best believe me, being greedy get you left behind. Everybody meet their maker, friends with death and time. My breath is rhymes, mind crime, body shrine. Piss excellence with ease, might as well bottle up the wine. Broken pottery, mended with the gold dust. Never ashamed to make repairs to the old us. Cracks in our armor only show we have history. If you don't get it, it don't mean it's a diss to me. Broken pottery, mended with the gold dust. Never ashamed to make repairs to the old us. Cracks in our armor only show we have history. If you don't get it, it don't mean it's a diss to me. Preach.
Oh, you guys sound great.
Hey, thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, Cody Pope and Byron G are here with us live in studio. That was not a studio track. That is them performing live here. They're on the couch with us. And gentlemen, I have some good news if you want to keep going.
Well, if you're going to twist my arm.
Because I'd love to hear more. Yeah, I figured out how to get that folder open.
Beautiful.
So you want just the next track?
Sure. So this track 2 is called Scary Stories. We just had this going throughout college radio in North America, and it was really cool to see how far it went. So
excellent.
It's kind of like the first proper single from the album, if you will. So shout out to everybody that helped make this one count. It's a little more rapidy rap than the last one.
Yeah, cool. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
Shout out to DJ Myth on the scratches.
Manchester's finest.
Yes, sir.
Yo, don't talk to me about a rapper with no book of flames. Don't look away, I'll burn the bridge with one book of flames. Shook with shame, took a look and played a crooked game. Hooks are saying, but the words you say don't mean a thing. You own your masters cause nobody wants trash. Don't flaunt that, means a label won't call back. Do something of magnitude before flexing attitude. Say you don't give it up until people are mad at you. Only positive vibes, okay, you opportunist. Surround yourself with toxic people just to push your music. Integrity and sacrifice means honor before success. Can't be neutral when people be lying to the press. Here to remind minds that rappers are actors too. What's this man's intention with all the questions he asking you? Some clearly wanna run till they fall face first. Instead of going the slow climb, set the pace first. What tastes worse? When bitter friends becoming foes. With someone who plans to use against you what they know. All one and the same, all one and the equal. We both can't live, you gotta die before the sequel. Art gave me life, taking yours is not a problem. Heart plunge with a knife before they say they got him. This shit that I do, take every penny in breath. So no, I have no fear, I'm already friends with death. Why so serious? Cause life's so hard. Somehow, a lot of these frauds
Still left me scarred.
Trusted in people who wouldn't give me a crumb to live. Having to navigate humanity
It's dumb to live.
Still swinging, still fighting, not sure why trying. Y'all tough on song, Facebook, all crying. Probably sell your journal out for views. I'm the world's nightmare, nobody dreams of you. Preach. You guys will have to excuse me skipping out a couple phrases here and there, trying to keep it
clean,
keep it radio clean. So
yeah.
Just but I love doing this. This is really cool, man. It's also a great way for us to share the album with people. I love this.
It's great hearing you guys live in the studio like this. This is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's cool. It's
it.
been a while since we've got to perform or really rock these. We've been so busy with we both do like event planning and stuff like that, and we do a lot of booking of shows, and we run a record label together. So it's like it's been probably months since we've played a show, so it's nice to just even be here, kind of like flexing the muscle again.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of that stuff, and then if you guys want to do another track, I'd love to hear another track.
Absolutely.
In a few minutes. But yeah. Tell me about now. So Cody, I've interviewed you, I think once, maybe twice.
Yeah, I think it was once.
Past.
It was like I want to say it was 2015 when you were doing local Outbreak in Laconia.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
Now, how long have the two of you been working together? Because it sounds like you do a lot of stuff together, right?
Yeah, just over the last like 2 years now.
Okay.
We had met. We're both from Nashua, New Hampshire, so we met through like the Gate City hip hop community there.
Yeah.
And he had just sent me a couple beats, and what was going to be a couple songs turned into an album. Us doing the album turned into him coming on board to help me run the record label. And honestly, ever since we've like found this symbiosis in our partnership, things have just taken off tremendously for both of us. And I think we both attribute a lot of that to the partnership, because we'd both been out here. We've been out here for over a decade on our own, making waves, but not anything sustainable. And, now ever since we've put this album out, things have really opened up for us, fortunately.
Yeah. Now, do you guys always perform together at this point, or do you ever still do solo shows, or how does that work?
So he does solo shows as a producer.
Oh, okay.
So Cody Pope and Byron G, he produces all the music for us and is like composing all of that, working with any of the instrument players we work with, anything like that. And so he can go out and do like DJ shows and gigs like that, where it's like he'll go and play his beats and things of that nature. I honestly could go out and do shows without him, but we have so much fun performing together that any opportunity I get to perform, I try to get him involved.
Yeah.
He's really good about supporting me live too, where, you know, when we do, you know, I'll get offers to open for certain artists where, you know, for example, we just opened for Nonfiction a few weeks back,
Nice.
sold out at the Shaskeen. It was great.
Wow.
But anybody that's familiar with Nonfiction, that's like a really heavy, like, you know, hardcore hip hop.
Yeah.
And so some of the songs from our album are a little more soulful.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have a really deep back catalog. So he'll learn songs from my back catalog and we'll go and play. You know, we never play the same set twice, basically.
Yeah.
And he's really good about playing my old catalog songs in with the songs that we've made together now.
Okay. Okay. And Byron, did you what did you start doing first? Producing or rapping or what came first for you?
I started producing first to rap. So
Okay.
I was writing and stuff. This was, you know, back early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I wasn't real, you know, on like the YouTube find beats and stuff. So I really got Fruity Loops and learned how to produce beats basically for myself to rap over. And
Okay.
then,
Yeah.
you know, over the years, I just liked producing more and engineering, mixing, mastering, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of just didn't really write as much anymore. I kind of gave that the back seat and to focus on the other things where it was like I really was needed.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people out in this area, you know, it's easy to pick up a pen and a pad. It's, you know, it doesn't cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And just get your thoughts out. And a lot of people didn't really have the bed to, you know, lay their lyrics down to. So I kind of took that helm and started to progress in the producing and engineering rather than the writing and stuff.
Okay. Okay. But you still do some writing, I assume, right?
Not much. I'm
Really?
getting back into
I'm trying
it now.
to pressure him too.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time. I go, Byron, we got to put out a rap album for you on Hellhound.
I'm working on some
Right.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know, but I'm slowly getting back into it to, you know, bring something different to the table for the next projects we have coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys, tell me about the label. You started that together, the two of you?
So I started that back in 2018.
Okay.
I had started a different record label back in 2010, and I did that on my own for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Decided it was time, you know, it had run its course, closed the doors. I had also like taken some time off. This was a little before the pandemic, but the pandemic also kind of put that into motion too.
Yeah.
I had like a 3-year hiatus. And I started doing a lot of different writing. I was writing poetry. I'd written a couple screenplays for like radio screenplays.
Really?
Yeah, I got really into like old radio dramas from like the 40s and 50s and stuff like that. And so I kind of wrote this like detective sci-fi story that takes place in Nashua in like the 50s, and I had a bunch of voice actors come, and I put like 2 years into that. And
Wow.
then I was right, you know, and that just kind of opened me up to, I love hip hop. I love everything that I do, but I want to create a label or some sort of distribution house that I can put all of my art out through.
Yeah.
And then, so I'd spent a couple of years kind of just getting the branding right, figuring out what I was going to do next as an artist. And when he came along, it was just like I can't explain how perfect the timing was, where both of us wanted the same thing, but both of us brought the thing that the other person didn't do, where it was like, I always, you know, ever since I was a kid, pretty much, I wanted to like have a record label and be a musician and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not an audio engineer. I don't know things about bit rates and file sizes, and, you know, distributors will ask us questions, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to pass that off to my man over here.
Yeah.
And, you know, so even in my like personal goals, him coming on board has allowed me to pursue my like professional goals at a rate of speed that I wouldn't have been able to without having a partner like that was like equitably invested emotionally and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, very cool. It's like fate, really. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect timing for sure, because you had just released The Howling Man, and I think you were just like, all right, like what's next? And you were throwing shows and stuff, and I had recently just really like released my first 2 instrumentals on like digital.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just a hard drive full of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So joining up with him, I put out a whole basically beat tape last year.
Oh, wow.
Full album. We put it on physical on CD and sold it out. And
we've released like 7, I think it's 7 records on the label since he came on board.
Wow, no kidding.
We did 3 instrumental albums so far. We did our Meet Me in Gate City album. We did worked with a vocalist who's based out of Salem now, who is like into a little more modern style of music, and we did a project for him that Byron had curated. We have like a sampler out as well.
Yeah.
So we got super busy right from the jump, and we had a whole roster of artists that really were just ready to work. And we got really fortunate to we're at record number 10 in our catalog. I had put out the first couple Cody Pope records on my own. So as of right now, we're going into record 11 this summer.
Wow.
And so just for that like couple years of time, you know, some of the CDs have sold out and we're on second runs. Some of them we're still kind of figuring out who the audience is and how we're going to market.
Yeah.
But this experience has been like everything that I've like wanted to do in life. And so I feel so fortunate to be kind of like fulfilling all of these ideas that I had for so many years.
That's awesome. Now, how does that work with CDs now? Because some people think that I don't know if this is true. I read somewhere that in 2022, that it was the first year that vinyl. Byron, you look like you already know where I'm going with this.
We both.
That it was supposedly the first year that vinyl actually outsold CDs.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true, but
no, I've definitely read that too. I don't know if it was 22 or 23, but one of those years it definitely has happened, and it's not to my surprise at all. You know, like. And I love vinyl too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People get it twisted because we put so much of our catalog on CD.
Yeah.
It's just like from a consumer standpoint, a lot of the people don't understand that vinyl has insane turnaround times.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a huge labor of investment, you know?
Yeah.
And so if we wanted to put 10 records out on vinyl, that would have never happened. You know, that would have cost us tens of thousands of dollars that we didn't have access to.
Months and months and months lead time.
Yeah.
You know, instead we were able to, using CDs allowed us to get artists off the ground really quickly who didn't have a platform, but could utilize our, we had venues that we booked shows at in our own booking company. We had the record label, which our office also doubles as the studio with the ISO booth and the control room and a podcast lounge and a photo area. And so artists that came to work with us had basically all of the resources at their disposal. And so it allowed us to kind of do the artist development that we grew up seeing happen, but that clearly doesn't happen anymore.
Right.
And so it was like the artist didn't have to compromise anything. All we needed them to do was show up and create the best art they could make, not sacrifice their integrity. We would be the ones to figure out how to package it, distribute it, sell it, the whole nine. And we got really lucky. A lot of these guys had never played a show before, and now they've played throughout the Northeast. They have CDs distributed all over the country. They're making really big headways, and it makes us really proud that we got to be involved in that and still keep sight of what we want to do as artists as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I do want to talk to you more about that, but I also want to hear another song. You guys want to do another song?
Sure.
Should we go with the next?
We'll go with track 3. So this one's called Superpowers. This one's for all the artists tuning in, whatever your medium is. You're a writer, a photographer, a painter, you're a radio DJ, whatever your thing is, that your art is your superpower. And as soon as you put that down and you stop wielding that sword every day, you lose touch with what makes you you. And so this is all about using your superpowers.
Nice. All right. Here are Cody Pope and Byron G live in studio, Superpowers.
use your superpowers, use your superpowers. Otherwise you might wake up and find you lose your power. Use your superpowers, use your superpowers. Otherwise you might wake up and find you lose your power. Use your superpowers, use your superpowers. Otherwise you might wake up and find you lose your power. Use your superpowers, use your superpowers. Yo, Nev Campbell scramble, not knowing I'm Ghostface. Never an example of man showing the most taste. Slam like Titanic in the midst of a boat race. Jam just like a sandwich, I'm best with bread in most case. Lee Marvin and me, always starving for a feast. Stomach grumbling, you'll have to pardon the beast. Enemies crumbling, stumbling on their speech. That's why I sharpen my knives and I land on my feet. Eartha Kitt, flow like Catwoman's balance. Some days stoic, some days of magnum heart and malice. Signals of misery, giving me vibes like Travis. Crazy but not insane, constantly wreaking havoc. Elliot Gould cool via the long goodbye. They telling me that I'm fooled for having eyes on the prize. Cries from the audience, but critics spewing lies. This life I live cinematic, buy a ticket viewing eyes. The movies understand me better than most of my friends. Songs I hear in my headphones keep me from feeling dead. Books are my favorite authors, the sponsors I never had. When art's your superpower, the monsters are never bad. The movies understand me better than most of my friends. Songs I hear in my headphones keep me from feeling dead. Books are my favorite authors, the sponsors I never had. When art's your superpower, the monsters are never bad. Nick and I, watching Nick at Night, I may be breathless. I make art from the heart that some deem reckless. In the morning, play a Love Supreme for breakfast. Before I hit the road, I leave a pearl necklace. Do I come here often? Hallucinations of grandeur. Travel far and wide, but always come back to New Hampshire. Tropic of Virgo Pope, reading Tropic of Cancer. Suspiria to any student transfer dancer. I'm Leonard Cohen, blowing smoke with parasites in heaven. A beautiful loser who music writes like confession. Staring out my rear window, a real humanitarian. Now watch him die and watch him ride like a chariot. I won't let you bury it, you won't find the bodies. Art is giving me a life that won't make time for hobbies. Days keep moving faster, doing laps like Ricky Bobby. I'm exhibited in galleries, you locked out of the lobby.
I love it. I love it. Cody Pope and Byron G are here with us in studio, and I love the positivity. I really
awesome.
do.
Thank you. You know, that was really important for me. You know, people that know my back catalog, a lot of what got me, I you know, have a very like dark past, much like a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so like my first few albums really dealt with me learning how to cope and recover and deal with some of the things that I had been through. And so it was incredibly cathartic music, but looking back on it, some of it is really hard to listen to. And and I can understand why, not only for me, I mean, obviously I know why it's hard for me, but I can understand why for the average listener, it's, you know, if you're in a tough spot, listening to somebody that's trying to climb out of a tough spot, you're either going to see motivation or you're going to see struggle. And so, when we got together to work on music, I had always told him, I was like, one of the things that's really important for me going forward is I don't want to lose sight of how I write and how raw and vulnerable I try to keep my storytelling.
Yeah.
But I just want to show that there's like a flip side to the coin and that I've been able to turn some of these things around. Mm-hmm. And so Meet Me in Gate City, I really feel like is like the first album where I've tried to exercise that mentality of like, look, I can address that things are horrible and everything is tough, but I need to show people that I have the strength to overcome adversity, and that hopefully they will too.
Right. Yeah. No, I like that. Absolutely. If you got any questions or anything at all for these guys, the studio line is open, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Again, we have Cody Pope and Byron G here with us in studio. Rhonda in the chat room, our friend from California, she says, damn, y'all got folks driving, looking at me funny because I'm popping and locking in the car.
Let's go.
Love these guys.
Awesome.
Shout out
Thank
to you, Rhonda.
Much love.
Yep. Jenny is enjoying it very much. She says, they are awesome. I love this.
Awesome. Thank you.
Let's see. Chris from the band Edgewise is asking about the label, if it's genre specific.
No.
Because he says, asking for a friend. I don't know if you guys know Edgewise. Great.
No, shout out to them. They're they're definitely notable around the New England culture.
Oh yeah.
And
I even wear their hat.
Right. But no, so me personally, like I grew up in like the punk and hardcore realm. That was very much what got me into being in the music scene and caring and being as passionate about music as I am.
Yeah.
When I was like 12 years old, my sister brought me to some of my first hardcore shows, and some of my friends brought me to my first punk shows, and that just carried me through life. And so I still carry a huge love and passion for all that. And my taste is eclectic anyways. So when you look at the roster, we have a lot of hip hop on our roster, but that's also because like we're hip hop artists, and so we move in that circle, and it's easy for us to move like that. But we actually just did a record label pop-up shop at Bridge 9 Records in Boston, which is like a more like hardcore, like a kind of like a legendary hardcore label.
Yeah.
And we set up shop, and we're just talking with a bunch of other record labels and sharing game and trading records and stuff. And it's really important for us to show people the parallels that hip hop, punk rock, hardcore, metal, even like gonzo journalism, all of these different things that we like love, motorcycle culture, all of these things parallel in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's important for our music to kind of represent a lot of that like working class ethic as opposed to just like what people expect from hip hop traditionally.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Melanie La Liberty from the great state of Vermont, also really enjoying you guys.
Yeah, much love. Shout out to Vermont. Vermont's always been good to the Hellhound crew. Our first show this year, actually, we did. I want to say it was January. I forget what the date was, but it was snowing. It was in January. We played up at Sugarloaf Mountain. We played. They have like a little bar up there where they do some crazy hip hop shows, and so we brought everybody that was on the record label roster up there and played, and it was like one of the funnest shows we've ever done. So we got a ton of love for Vermont. Shout out to Mr. Burns. Shout out to all the Vermont crew up there.
Very nice. Yeah, Chris from Edgewise, she says, love cross promotion, will connect.
Awesome. Yeah, please.
Looking forward to
Please
it.
get in touch with us. Hellhoundpublishing.com, at Hellhound Publishing. You can get a hold of us anywhere. Check out all our music. We got CD samplers that we try to put in the local record stores and stuff like that. So if you're connected to a record store and you care about physical music, get in touch with us, and we'll give you some free stuff to give out.
Yeah. Excellent. Also, Abort 7, one of our friends from Greensboro, North Carolina, checking in the chat as well. Yeah, so it's funny, I used to work for you guys remember Strawberries?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I used to work there. I worked at a bunch of different locations, but I remember people, and then eventually it became FYE, but I remember when I worked there, and I left that company in 2013. But even then, people would come in and they'd be like, wow, people still buy CDs. And I mean, what do you guys think it is that, in this digital age, some people still want a CD? I assume it's because if you're really a fan of somebody, you want the artwork, and all that. You just want everything that goes with it.
I think there's just so much that goes into that listening experience where it's, like you said, having the artwork, being able to open the liner notes. One thing we talk about all the time, especially me being like an old like punk and hardcore kid, is like, I learned about music through liner notes. Yeah. I would be finding out about bands, and I would blind buy CDs at Newbury Comics or at Strawberries off of what this band had in their liner notes. And so we try to carry that on as well and thank people from our community and artists and people that really matter to us. We try to tell the story of how the record was made. All the photography is usually done by like our team in-house. Shout out to Nicolette Ryan, my girlfriend. She did the cover for Meet Me in Gate City as well as a lot of our other albums. And so there's like that part of it. There's like the listening part of it, which is like when you put a CD in, whether you're in the car or at home cleaning the house or whatever, you're going to probably listen to it top to bottom. It's an easy play to just put on and let it skip versus having it on a digital playlist or something.
Yeah.
We're not adverse to like the digital streaming world. We jokingly, we will say that we are from time to time, but CDs have just provided a great benefit to us. Obviously they help us fund the label and fund, people understand that they're investing in keeping our label going and helping us pay these artists, even if it's a couple $100 here and there. We're investing in keeping them going and building upon their platform.
Yeah.
So that part of it's really important. And then there's just like a collectability to it too, where it's like, having all of the different catalog numbers and having the CDs and which artwork are you going to display on your shelf, or which one are you going to listen to in the car, it creates conversation. People have to come up and talk to us at the merch table. We know who our listeners are. We have so many of the names and addresses of the people
Emails,
that support us. And so we can contact them directly and keep that line of communication open without getting lost in we're not that popular on Instagram. We don't get that many likes on a post, so no one's going to see our next video. Those things are we're always going to have to overcome that adversity.
Yeah.
But why not have this like handshake deal where it's like, you like our music, so you're going to be the first one to get it, and we're going to give it to you in the best format and the best quality that we can do.
Yeah.
And these people, and the more these people buy the CDs, we're going to be able to do vinyl eventually.
Yeah,
and we'll keep expanding because we love physical media as a whole. You'll notice in the gift pack that I gave you, there's actually a book in there. We put out a book in 2021.
I'm gonna go ahead and open this now.
Yeah, go for it, man.
While you're talking about
yeah,
it.
definitely, please do. We helped co-publish a book with the Underground Writers Association, and so it's a volume of all poetry of people from like New Hampshire and South Africa. So it was a really cool collaboration that the Underground Writers Association pulled together, and we got really lucky to help co-publish that. But I've always wanted to put out books, and so that was kind of like our first foray into getting the books printed and how to learn how to do all that.
This is really well sealed. By the way, Jenny, they brought one for you too, so I'll be bringing you home one of these. But I'm thinking, do you guys want to do another song?
I mean, I won't say no.
Why don't? Because I'm thinking, if you want to do another song, and while you're doing that, I'll figure out how to open this.
At least we know it's secure.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone that orders through our web store, because now you know that our packaging is secure when you get your packs in the mail.
I can attest. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I'll find something sharp to open it with. But you guys want to do? Should we go to the next track?
Let's jump to 7. I think
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You think of 6?
6 is is diminished. 7 is the business.
The realness. Yeah.
I have it numbered wrong. we wrote down a different set list.
That's another reason why we make CDs. Has the track listing on the back.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this song, this little ditty right here is called "The Realness."
Oh, the realness. Oh, what did I say? I
said The Business.
Why did I?
That's a great title too.
Shout out to The Business though. It's a great hardcore band.
There you go. All right. Yeah. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked. I had LASIK and everything. I'm starting to wonder. All right. So The Realness, that's the one you're doing. All right. Cool. All right. Here it is. The Realness. This is Cody Pope and Byron G with us live in studio.
La-di-da, 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 da-da, yeah. La-di-da, 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 la-di-da-da. La-di-da, 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 da-da, yeah. La-di-da, 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 la-di-da-da. Yo, my life is barrenness and Coltrane mixed in a blender. Most days are complicated, beautiful if I remember. Lately though, I hate me, I can't take no more Novembers.
Nah.
My best days was a night or two, had a bender. Thought I was moving on up like Mr. Jefferson. Yet I'm a loser who just waiting for a check again. Checking in, having hard times lately, texting friends. Got money coming, but so broke I needed second hands. My fam wants sunny days and happy songs. I can't relate, frankly, the reason that I'm laughing wrong. No, I got skill, though I be lapping y'all. Just need a path that I can successfully travel on. Babylon calling or maybe existence burning up. I feel bad, more of my jams ain't got you turning up. Wish when I had shows, more of you was turning up. But life goes on and hopefully we all just learn enough. Ra ra ra, the rap man yell. Boom, 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 the bap so fell. The rawness should not deter you from the realness. That's why it's raw,
Cause you gotta truly feel this.
Ra ra ra, the rap man yell. Boom boom boom, the bap so fell. My rawness should not deter you from the realness. That's why it's raw, cause you
Gotta truly feel this.
to understand man is to crack the algorithm. Pieces I can formulate, but better give it rhythm. Hard to give the answer, start 'em off with a mission. To answer life is like an endless acquisition. Life be dishing me things my stomach can't handle. No money for no family, no pictures on no mantle. Matter of fact, my life feel pretty dismantled. I take the blame for some things money mishandled. A lot of this just feel a little circumstantial. Wondering how long I'll live with her financials. Ask for pepperoni,
They just give you anchovies.
can't stand baloney
From none of these damn homies.
Fingers to my head in the shape of a gun. Enough vitamin D, I'll have to take the sun. Wanna be a good enough man to raise a son, but I'm worried I'll be a failure if I can't raise the funds. I'm done.
Wow. I love those lyrics are fantastic.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're just joining us, we have Cody Pope and Byron G with us. And for those of you watching online, I'm going to put the camera back on me for a moment because I want to. So this is I did get the package opened. And so this is the book that you were, the wonderful book that, oh, actually the camera's over here. The wonderful book that you were talking about, this poetry book. Very cool. So you obviously, so you don't put out only CDs.
No. We're trying to expand as much as possible. Most of our music catalog is on CD right now, but we try to do books. We have like podcasts on YouTube and stuff like that.
Cool.
It's really just about keeping the giving artists of any artistic medium that fit that like raw, vulnerable storytelling. That's really, I guess, if you had to give us an aesthetic, it's about just being creatively free, but still, being able to execute professionally and get that across.
Very cool. And also a copy on CD of Meet Me in Gate City, Cody Pope and Byron G. And there's the back of it there. And so you said your girlfriend did the artwork for this?
Yeah, she did the front. She did all the photography for that one, as well as a lot of our other records too.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. Very nice. And also a sampler, a crew called Hellhound. Now, Hellhound is the name of the label, correct?
Yeah, Hellhound Publishing.
Hellhound Publishing. Yep. Very cool. Okay, so this has quite a few. How many artists do you have actively on the label right now?
So it's interesting because typically what we do is like one album at a time. So some of the artists that we've put out records for finished their album with us and are now moving on to other things. And then we have some people that are in the midst of an album cycle right now. So we probably have like five or six active artists, but then we have like 7 or 8 in total on the roster.
Okay.
Some of who we just at this point distribute the record that they did with us.
Okay. We have a call. I think somebody wants to talk to you guys.
Hey, Matt, this is actually you calling in. Thanks for taking my call.
Wow. This is wonderful. I always dreamt of a day where I'd get to talk to myself.
I'm curious if you remembered to pick up toilet paper or if you plan to do it on the way home. We need it to wipe our little bottom.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. I did not know that we were out, but I'm really glad that I told me.
Our little bottom can get a bit messy. Sometimes it feels like we use too much of that dang stuff. Toilet paper, I mean.
Right. Toilet paper. I've never actually called
How is John Hopwood?
Oh, John
I've always thought of him as a father figure, mostly because he always tries to spank my little bottom. Right. I never let him, but he keeps asking.
This must be an AI thing. Yes, he does. How did I know that?
I just mostly wanted to say that I am very nice and very much a sweet little boy. Mm-hmm. And even though my bottom gets a bit messy, I am a nice guy and someone that people love.
Aw, that's very nice. Thank me.
Oh, and one more thing. Hopwood looks like an 86-year-old toddler, and he makes us mush up bananas for him for lunch.
Well, yes. Yes, that is...
Goodbye, Matt. See you at home in the mirror.
Thank you. Yes. Well, very excited. I'll tell you what, that's a first for me. I've never gotten to speak to myself. Now, is it possible that someone put something into my energy drink And I just hallucinated all of that.
No, I mean, I don't know. Somebody must have put something in my something too. Then
Yeah. Wow. That was crazy. I felt like I spoke a little bit faster just now than I usually do on the phone. Well, maybe not. Anyway, wow. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys were here for that.
Yeah, that was the first, huh?
yeah,
That was
never a dull moment up in here.
That was fun. Oh, also too, in the package, just before there's some stickers here and a couple of cards. Thank you for your support. Absolutely. No, you guys, yeah, I'm really impressed with what you guys are doing. By the way, how long is, I know you told me this already, I'm sure, but how long is the label? When did the label start?
2018.
Okay. Yeah, like you guys have, so that's what, 5 years? So I'm bad at math, but it seems like you guys have accomplished a lot in 5 years. That's really impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I feel really fortunate. It took us a couple of years to like get it off the ground, but these last 2 years have just been phenomenal for us.
Learned a whole lot in these last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Bill Fee is in the chat room and says,
much love to Fee, the evolutionist, the lyrical
It's our
revolutionist.
guy right there.
Yep. He says, Cody Pope and Byron Glenn are the bomb.
Let's go.
Love the songs. Yep. And
Shouts out to you, Bill.
Jenny says, ooh, I love stickers. Yes, she does.
Hey, hit us up, hellhoundpublishing.com. We'll hook you up with some stickers for sure.
Yep.
There you go. Did you guys want to do one more song before we run out of time, or?
I mean, I'm not like opposed.
Yeah.
You got one more in you?
Yeah, I'm up for whatever one you think we should do, Matt. You pick.
You
boy.
want me to pick?
He said dealer's choice. Woo.
Oh my goodness.
4 and 9 are skits.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's
So
9.
I know this is
No, 9's not a skit. I think 8 is.
9 is called Chopping Stone.
Oh yeah,
So that is
it's
a
like an
skit.
interlude.
Man.
Okay. Or what about anthemic?
Yeah, I was either that. I was gonna say anthemic or PTSD.
Yeah.
That could be kind of cool.
So either, what is that, 11 or 6?
Yeah.
6 is diminished, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the right one though? Right?
Yeah, it is.
Can we do so? We don't play this song live at shows.
Oh.
This kind of goes back to when you're playing live, you got to keep a certain energy.
Yeah.
But when we wrote this song for the album, and it's a little bit of a concept song. I was really inspired. There's like an old Nas song that he does from like the perspective of the gun.
Yeah.
And I gave you power, and so I kind of took. Well, you'll figure it out by the end of the song. But I took something that I was dealing with and tried to manifest it into its own person.
Okay.
And so, like, throughout the song, you'll quickly pick up who PD is. The song's called PTSD.
Okay. This was track 6. I just want to make sure I grabbed the right one.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
cool.
right.
All right, cool. All right, here they are, Cody Pope and Byron G live in studio.
It's been a minute since we've done
Yeah, I was
this
gonna
one.
say don't yell at me for having my cheat sheet out here.
No worries.
I just figure we never do this one,
No.
so it's cool to do it here for a little rare radio performance. Shout out to everybody holding on. I knew this cat PTSD, he was always testy. The type to have a few drinks, say, come and test me. PD would never ever dare to be bested, even if it means his ass got arrested. Always stressing, hard to understand why. Your man will even let the hands fly on a damn fly. One of the few whom y'all never seen the man cry. Whatever you plan to do, he's probably anti. Cynical comedian at everyone's expense. Funny till it's on you, you probably on the fence. Willing to make tears so large they don't mend. Opinions so strong, my God, they don't bend. Nobody's asking, nobody know how he doing. Look like he's winning, but really inside he's losing. Maybe not the race, but the destiny that's looming. A type of hell most certain to
drag you in.
Man, I can't stand the man I see in the mirror. A man that demands way more and way clearer. They say life is beauty, but some days I fear her. Less fear of death, even if she be nearer. Man, I can't stand the man I see in the mirror. A man that demands way more and way clearer. They say life is beauty, but some days I fear her. Less fear of death, even if she be nearer. It hurts him to hate and fail this hard. It's worth it to wait, they want him to stall. Don't feel like he's making it to next fall. I can't take it, can't fake it at all. Debt damage, American prosperity. Doesn't say that, only the talk scarily. Life is not a dream, merrily, merrily. These days honest is something that some will dare to be. Trying to write to those who may relate. But if you feel this feeling, I hope you find real escape. Not supposed to use I as much as I do, but when I was stuck on age, didn't wanna die, dude. Life will get better, feels like another lie too. I don't wanna live in a world where I get lied to. Don't wanna misconstrue you as on my side, dude. Just awaiting the time to say goodbye, dude. Man, I can't stand the man I see in the mirror. The man that demands way more and way clearer. They say life is beauty, but some days I fear her. Less fear of death, even if she be nearer. Man, I can't stand the man I see in the mirror. The man that demands way more and way clearer. They say life is beauty, but some days I fear her. Less fear of death, even if she be nearer.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Well done, gentlemen. Well
Thank you.
done. I love it. I love it. Guys, we are just about out of time. So I want to make sure before we go, I want to make sure everybody knows where to find you online, where to keep up with what you're doing, your website, any social media, upcoming shows you want us to know about, anything at all, just to make sure our listeners know where to find you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. It's been a blast. Honored to be here. Everybody that's been tuned in, thank you guys for all the love. Once again, we're Cody Pope and Byron G on behalf of Hellhound Publishing. You can find us at www.hellhoundpublishing.com or at Hellhound Publishing across social media. You can find me personally at Cody Pope HC. That's Hellhound Crew cross platforms. And you can find Byron at BG603.
Excellent. Excellent. Do you have any shows coming up in the area?
Yeah, so next Sunday, we're going to be playing at the Nashua Farmers Market. We're actually going to be doing a 2-hour set that day. So so it's going to be a rare set for us where we're pulling out a lot of deep cuts, a lot of unreleased songs, obviously songs from Meet Me in Gate City. But yeah, it's going to be a really special performance. We haven't performed in a while now, so this is going to be a really big way for us to kick in the door. It's the first farmers market of the season for Nashua, and being some Gate City boys, we love
different vibe,
anything going on. Yeah, different audience than our usual crowd. So we really love trying to cater to those kind of events. You know, we always appreciate a good challenge, and I say that in an endearing way because you know, the non-hip hop listener is different than the people that are going out of their way to take it in. So we always try to challenge ourselves to put on an extra special show that will welcome everybody graciously, hopefully.
And I think what you guys do is accessible in that way anyway.
Thank you. That's really our goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes you gotta die to get love from those you love. Can't always make lemonade from lemons. Sometimes there is no below or above. Life is hell and death is heaven. Sometimes you gotta die to get love from those you love. Can't always make lemonade from lemons. Sometimes there is no below or above. Life is hell and death is heaven.
Jesus, I'm a creep, take a peep, dog, barely sleep. Stuff my face when I eat in case the next time's in a week. Eat the fruits of my labor, close shades to all my neighbors. Never need me a savior, and I ain't asking for favors. Can't say see you later, not sure this time. Feeling heat like equator, forehead in this mind. Go ahead and abandon, deathbed is made. Won't meet my grave till all of my dues repaid. Up late, another victim of a power nap. Didn't mean to, but it happened fast. Took a shower, but it didn't last. I've been rolling round, playing in the grass. Stop to breathe before you drop and collapse. Life like university, don't stop the class. Never forget, just a momentary lapse. Life like a marathon, moments of early laps, yo.
Sometimes you gotta die to get love from those you love. Can't always make lemonade from lemons. Sometimes there is no below or above. Life is hell and death is heaven. Sometimes you gotta die to get love from those you love. Can't always make lemonade from lemons. Sometimes there is no below or above. Life is hell and death is heaven.
Dear Lord, whoever I'm trying to talk to, another ghost, invisible person to walk through. Felt a connection, then I suddenly lost you. Believing in you over me would have been not true. Survival of the fit, I'm survival to my core. Some dying to quit, I'm supplying of my pores. Days filled with demons, all testing my willpower. They ask my drug of choice, rapping is still flower. So who needs you? I don't need you like a breathing tube. I'm holding the door open, hoping that you're leaving soon. Anxiety high, I'm starting to sweat, I'm getting feverish. I'm coming down with it, yo, could you believe this ish?
Life full of demons haunting, my dreams are very daunting. Chasing what can't be copied, no matter what it's cost me.
Aim to execute perfect, sometimes it come off sloppy. I feel like giving up, but won't let this world stop me.